That faded wallpaper was especially designed by a Belgian artist. The parquet floors were installed by an Italian craftsman. Cornices and moldings were the effort of a Spanish craftsman.
Tell me a story about a house, Barnabas. Right? Oh boy, this guy.
Dark shadows.
Hello there, I am Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and this is my watch of the original supernatural soap opera. I'm very excited to have you here with me. And, well, Barnabas Collins. That's the man of the hour. That's the man with the power of the hoodoo. Hoodoo, you do. Okay. If you're watching these on YouTube, you're in June. We're watching these in April. ArticulateCoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. If you're in June, well, then also we're covering the Vampire Lestat now. He has arrived, the prince himself, and we are covering him episode by episode, as well as we've done for all of the AMC Plus shows about Anne Rice's adaptations, The Immortal Universe. We talk about her books as well. We got a lot of fun stuff coming after this season of the Vampire Lestat, but anyway, go check it all out. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not in a position to support the show directly, we appreciate you watching there. Comment, share the show with friends, like the channel, all of that stuff. Hype the videos too when they come out. All right, let's get into this episode. It's 214 of Dark Shadows.
David? David? David, answer me if you're in here.
What is that in the corner? What? Oh, it's just a sack on top of a box. But man, it looked like some sort of like statue or something. Yeah, it's just a crate turned sideways and like a burlap sack on top of it there. But goodness gracious. Okay, first of all, I am glad that I was able to record so many episodes while I was on the road. I did not want to make you all wait. We were so close to Barnabas and I wanted to get there. But also, I am so glad to be back home now. I've taken my secondary monitor, which is where I watch the Dark Shadows videos themselves. It's like a little 16-inch, 15-inch monitor, something like that. And I've mounted it. It's just been sitting on my desk previously, but it's mounted up higher now, basically at eye height. And also, I'm watching the full monitor is full of Dark Shadows now, whereas when I was on the road, that monitor was being used for both the Dark Shadows video and myself being recorded and et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, I'm very glad to be home, was my point, for many reasons, but it's better to watch Dark Shadows here too. Uh-oh.
David, is that you?
No, ma'am.
David!
Miss Winters.
Oh, Mr. Collins.
I'm afraid I startled you. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think anyone would be here.
It's all right.
I was revisiting my ancestral past. You seem to be having difficulty with the door.
Oh, the wind blew it shut.
The wind. Yes, the wind can do things like that. There you are.
But that door was shut tight. How did you open it?
It requires a technique and a little practice.
You sound as though you spent a lot of time here.
Do I?
Okay, man, they took forever to go to that cold open. Okay, boy, again, I love Barnabas. He's just delightful. I love how everybody's playing so dumb too. You sound as if you spent some time here. At least they're asking the question. And arcs of the past, sometimes they wouldn't even ask the question. They would just gloss over the information that seemed obvious to us, the viewer. Boy. Solid cold open. Let's get going. Barnabas.
It will be a long time before this house falls apart. It was made to last forever.
But nothing lasts forever.
Ooh, well, let's see about that. What about the pyramids of Egypt?
You got me there. But you can't compare the pyramids to this house.
Why can't I?
Because they were built to last indefinitely.
And how long is indefinitely?
Well, some of them have lasted for 5,000 years.
Some longer than that. But tell me the difference between forever and indefinitely.
Yeah, first of all, I do think some of the pyramids have lasted a lot longer than that. I know there is that statistic that Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPhone than she did to the construction of the Great Pyramid. And that is hard for us to wrap our minds around, but it's one of those facts that is true. Boy, Barnabas is laying it out there. How is the house magic? I'm guessing the house is magic, right?
The foundations were made from rocks left behind by glaciers thousands of years ago. The beams and supports were cut from ancient local forests. The plaster walls were made from crushed clamshells and horsehair. Bricks were imported from Holland. That dusty chandelier, brought over from France, gleamed with hypnotic brilliance. That faded wallpaper was especially designed by a Belgian artist. The parquet floors were installed by an Italian craftsman. Cornices and moldings were the effort of a Spanish craftsman.
Tell me a story about a house, Barnabas. Right? Oh, boy, this guy.
Nothing was ever real here. And the love and happiness that one would expect was never lived in the lives of those who lived here.
Was it really that bad?
Yes. This room saw much hatred. Saw families divide and devour each other. On this stairs, a father and son hurled words at each other. Words that would lead to the death of the son. The death?
All right. I think you went a little too far there now, Barnabas. You're going to have to glamour this one before you send her back.
Oh, forgive me. Nothing that ever happened here is funny.
Well, you've made your point in comparing this house to the pyramids. But there is one difference between them. The pyramids were designed to be tombs.
You're right. This house was not designed to be a tomb.
Wasn't designed to be one, but it will be one, huh, Barnabas? Is Roger going to meet his long-lost cousin now, finally?
Well, now, how's your mother feeling?
Oh, physically, she's improved tremendously. Back to her old, energetic self.
Oh, that's good news.
But there is something bothering her. And it has to do with Jason McGuire.
Okay. I was starting to worry for a minute that they had just written Jason off in the background. They're like, Barnabas is too interesting. Jason's got to go. He just skedaddled one night with Willie. No, okay. We still don't know what happened to Willie Loomis. We still don't know how this Jason stuff will resolve. I think we shall see soon, though.
Well, Jason is still here.
Check.
But Willie Loomis has gone.
Oh, bravo. You can't keep the jet set down, can you? Did he accept an invitation from the Prince and Princess of Monaco, or could he simply not stand another one of Mrs. Johnson's famous boiled dinners?
Okay. Roger. um, that would have been a killer line, except it took too long. You should have gotten to the point much faster. But otherwise, yeah, let's all cheer the loss of Willie Loomis, huh?
Well, I fully expected guests to be swinging from the rafters when I returned.
That was very nearly the case.
What do you mean?
Well, there's another Collins in town.
Which one?
Barnabas Collins.
Barnabas Collins? Well, the only Barnabas Collins I know is the one in the portrait out there.
Well, evidently this one is descended from that one.
Well, I thought I knew all of the Collinses.
This is the part of the family that went to England. I haven't met him yet.
I wonder what he wants.
It's too perfect for me to say speak of the devil, right? Here he comes.
Mr. Collins? This is Carolyn Stoddard. Carolyn, this is Barnabas Collins.
How do you do?
I'm very happy to meet you. You're every bit as beautiful as you've been described.
Thank you.
And this is Roger Collins.
Roger, very pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Well, I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Have you?
Yes, it's reassuring to know that there's still part of the family still alive.
Hey, okay. Thank you, Jonathan Frid, for showing everybody that you're human, too. I mean, you know, the actor at least. I genuinely think that's the first time he stumbled. Everybody does. They shoot this thing on the fly, right? I picked on the original Willie Loomis because he was especially bad at it. We know Mitch Burke is always really bad at it.
In England, they've no longer exist.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, we're very much in existence here. We're very much alive here.
It's that aliveness that interests me.
Well, now...
That's not ominous at all, huh? Watch, Carolyn's going to be madly in love, as always.
What do you think of him?
I like him very much.
But don't you think there's something a little bit strange about him?
Oh, of course. He's European. Has that old world charm.
You know how the front door to the old house sometimes sticks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I couldn't get it unstuck. And he just walked over to it. And with the slightest flick of his wrist, opened the door.
That's a talented man.
Ma'am, you gonna make me blush? Just go ahead and say he's good with his hands, huh? Okay.
But whether it's talent or imagination,
This is a family show, Carolyn.
he made me believe that he had opened that door 1,000 times. It was as though he'd actually lived there.
Now, shall we drink to your visit?
I'd rather drink to eternal health.
Eternal health? Eternal life?
To the Collins family.
Well, that's rather a long time, but I'll drink to it.
Excellent.
Oh, may I see that ring?
Certainly.
This ring. I've seen it before.
Have you?
It's unforgettable. The painting of Barnabas Collins. It's on his finger. It's
Okay. I really thought they were building to something bigger than that. I mean, yeah, if you think that this is the descendant of Barnabas Collins, why wouldn't he have Barnabas's ring?
So I came to the place where I would find family affection, to the place where my family originated.
Oh, you're seeking a closer relationship from this family?
Well, that is, if they will open their arms to me.
Well, I'm sure it will.
Oh, I don't mean to suggest that I'm going to be a permanent guest. Rather, if the situation permits, I want to go into business.
Oh, here in Collinsport?
Yes, I would like to spend some time talking to you about it. I was hoping that perhaps you might offer some suggestions as to where to invest in the area.
Why, yes, I should be happy to, though I'm not the best investment counselor in the vicinity, but...
I love how he has approached everyone so far from a point that appeals to them. I didn't really think about it at first, but he talks to Elizabeth about the family legacy and about connections. He talks with refinement and like courtly airs, et cetera, which all appeals to Liz. Then he is such a dapper, dashing, gentlemanly kind of fella with Victoria. And also he opines, poetically about the old house, which she already has affection for, although she's also a little nervous about it. And then he comes to Roger and he just pitches money. With Carolyn, one imagines he talked about his travels, right? He seems interesting and unique. She's so sheltered, she's not been out of Collinsport, really.
Is there a small shipyard in the town?
Yes, there is, as a matter of fact. They haven't been building many ships, though, in several years.
Well, I might be interested in looking into that.
Oh, that's your line?
Yes. Just as it was with the previous Barnabas Collins.
It's so good to see someone friendly show up here after the last few that arrived.
Yes, he seems awfully nice. And so interesting. I thought it might be a good idea if he'd give David some history lessons. He has such a strange way of bringing the past to life.
Vicky, I wish you'd get it out of your head that everyone is strange. He's merely from the European branch.
I love that she just chalks everything up to being European. When he starts biting people, would she be like, he's not a vampire, he's just European?
Did you notice it?
Notice what?
The ring.
What ring?
This ring.
What do you mean?
He was wearing the very same ring.
No, I didn't notice.
It's an heirloom. I wish it'd been handed down to me.
There's something else very strange.
What's that?
This painting. Have you noticed how much he resembles it?
Yes. It's more than a resemblance. It's almost as if it were exactly a portrait of him.
My favorite beautiful transition so far in the show. And I love these beautiful transitions, but there's never been a better one than that. From the painting to the man, and also he's out in the mists. Look at this fella. Look at this fella. Dog howling in the background. Yes, please. All right. Josette there. Great episode, man. We are on a streak, y'all. Okay. We'll be back ever so soon with episode 215. If you're watching these on YouTube, you can get them early, ad-free, more often at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. I'll be back before you know it with episode 215 of Dark Shadows. Thanks, everybody.